Hello my crochet friends, this is Lady Jaina and welcome back to my channel. Today I've decided to take a moment to show you what I've purchased at Dollarama crochet kits. I recently found these. There's 6 crochet kits in all and they're not very expensive. They're $2 Canadian. So let me just show you what I have. So this is a koala. This is the material you get. It does show you the dimension for each, and this is what it includes. So we've got the koala, a shark, a cow, an octopus. This, I don't know what it is. It's a capybara. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like a bear or a koala bear or something of the sort, but I'm not sure. And we also have a potted cactus. So today I'm going to start. We're going to look at the instructions, and what I want you to show you is the instructions for this octopus. Now it doesn't say the level, if it's easy, hard, intermediate, but we'll take a look. And I hope the guide or the instructions are better than what I've seen before from Castle Craft. This says it's made in China. So you have your yarn. This crochet hook I will not use. I don't like these. These are very, very bendable. I'm going to use my measuring, because I can measure how big this is and then use my own crochet hook. That's for sure. This I will not use. This is too bendy. It comes with fiber fill. You've got eyes, a needle, and this is the instructions. So we are looking at this together. We've got color. That's a good thing. I love color. How to do a chain, decrease, single crochet, increase, double crochet, stitches, and a slip stitch. Not too bad. We have more instructions there. How to create a magic ring. Ooh, this is great. And this would be your instruction. So this English, French, and you also have Spanish. What I like is you have these pictures as well, and in color. I guess this would be quite doable. Let me just look at the instructions very closely. I have to give you a disclaimer. This is not for any means a tutorial or disclaimer. I'm going to do the steps to make sure that all is good. There's no errors or mistakes. And please do not ask for the pattern, because I cannot provide the pattern to you because it's not my pattern. It's a purchase pattern and it's not mine to give. Let's talk about the crochet hook. Like I showed you before, the crochet hook is too bendy. I don't like to use this kind of crochet hook, and it doesn't say how big this is. So what I like to use is this to figure it out. So the way that I do it is I just go in and test, and I found that this is about a 3mm size. See how that goes in like this. If I take my 3mm and do the same thing, it's the same. So I'm just going to use this 3mm hook, and it does not come with a stitch marker. I love to use stitch markers. There's a reason for this, is so that I don't lose my space where I'm at. And like you can see, I have lots. Some crochet kits do come with stitch markers, like the Walmart crochet kits that I purchased recently. They come with it, but not the Dollarama ones. When it comes to the instructions, it does give you pictures. So I'm going to show you the first 3 rounds. For this pattern, you don't start with a magic crochet. You're going to start with row 1. Of course, since this is row 1, you're going to do a slip knot followed by a chain. In that chain, you're going to do 5 single crochet. After the 5 single crochet, you're going to close your round with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Normally this type of amigurumi, I do a magic ring and I crochet around. It's not like this. This is different. This is, however, because they did leave us with pictures, I'm going to be able to explain to you how to do this, and it's going to give you this result. Let's start with round 1. Do your slip knot. Like this. And then chain 1. When you do the chain 1, make sure it's not tight. It has to stay loose because you have 5 single crochet to do in this chain 1. Okay, so you start, go into the chain, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. And this makes your first, it's a little bit big. We can start over. I don't like to do it this way because of it, but it takes some practice. Okay, let's start over our chain, then into the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn, okay, so this will be better, yarn over, pull through, so this is 1. And I have to start over again. So I'm showing you that this is not the easiest way, but that's how it's done. Chain. I don't know how many times I'm going to start this, but I'll get it. Okay, your chain, and then one. And it's hard to hold as well. 2. 3. 4. Okay, and if you don't know how a single crochet is made, you have to go into your stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over and pull through both loops. 5. Now you have to find your first single crochet. I always start from the crochet. So it's, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's this tiny one right here. We're going to do a slip stitch. A slip stitch is to join. So we're going to join. So a slip stitch, you go into the stitch, yarn over and pull through both loops. And that's your row, your round number 1. For round number 2, you chain, and in the same stitch that you just did your slip stitch, you're going to do 2 single crochet. You need to do an increase, so 5 increases. So it's an increase in each stitch. So let's start in the same stitch. That's 1. Now I'm going to place a stitch order. Join my stitch 1. The second one is the same stitch. 2. Go to the stitch and repeat. 1, 2, and a stitch. 1, 2. Go after that. So right. Okay, so now it's time for stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. And so it's the same stitch. 6, 1, 2, and then go 1, 1, 2, and then 1, and so this should be 10 in total. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now I had to stop the video, or I had to stop filming because my second round did not make any sense. If you noticed when I did it, I finished my second round with 12 stitches instead of 10. So if you look at your pattern, the second round says you need to end up with 10 stitches, figure 2. This is figure 2. However, if you count the stitches around, they have 12. This and this, it's not the same. I don't know how they did this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a little bit differently. We're going to keep doing the chain 1 and the slip stitch. Now, since we are only using one color, it doesn't really matter, but if you do something with 2 or 3 colors, it will make a big difference. When you're going to be using 2 or 3 colors, then you have to use the crochet around method. Let's redo row 2. So for row 2, you're still going to do your chain like this, but instead of going into the same stitch, you're going to be going into the next stitch, and you're going to do an increase, which is 2 single crochet. So this is 1, Place your stitch marker always so you know where you're at. And then 2, that's in the same stitch. Continue. Next stitch. 1, 2, and then the next. 1, 2. The next one is right here. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then you stop because this stitch is your chain, the chain one that you just made. So if you count, we should now have 10. So let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do have 10. Now, I don't like this yarn. It's not the best yarn, but it's still doable. So let's now do row number 3 before we start row number 3 or round number 3. Make sure to do your slip stitch where the stitch marker is. So that was your first single crochet. There. Now you can remove your stitch marker. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to continue with our chain. And then we're going to go into the next stitch, which is this one right there. Right here. Not that one, but this one. So that it makes sense. So in row 3, we do 1 single crochet followed by an increase. So in this chain, we do, not the chain, but the stitch, we do 1 single crochet. Don't forget your stitch marker. And then in the next stitch right there, we do 2 single crochet. 1, 2, 1 single crochet, then 1, 2, 1 single crochet, and then 1, 2, 1 single crochet, then 1, 2, 1 single crochet, and then 1, okay, 2. Now this here that you see, that's your chain, so you don't count it. And now we do your slip stitch, but before that, count and make sure you have 15 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I do have 15. So this works. So this way works. And then you slip stitch. There you go. There. So you continue this way all around. Just follow round 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 to 10. And once we reach round 11, you need to only grab the back loop when you do your stitches. I will show you what a back loop is. So go ahead and do up to 10. So this is done up to row 10. I guess at this point we're going to add the eyes. Goes like this. Now, if you notice when you do your, because of the way that you do your increases or you go up rows, it makes this dent or this line, which I don't like. That's why when I crochet, personally, when I crochet amigurumi, I always go the crochet around way, but this is how the pattern shows us to do. Now in the picture you don't see this. What you do see is a line like this. However, if you count the amount of stitches, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. So this is how I'm going to do it. Now, if ever you're interested in knowing how to crochet around, just leave a message and I can actually redo this and do it around instead of doing like this. I'll show you how that is done, which is really easy. So let's add the eyes. Now it doesn't say where the eyes goes. So what normally I do is I'm going to count, do an approximation. So if we start from the top, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 and 8, between 7 and 8. So this is, so I'm just going, this will be going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so I should have opened this before. Let's see. Let's get my eyes out. Okay, so let's put this eye here. And then, so if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to place it at the 5th stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th stitch. If you look at it, looks pretty cool. We're going to keep it like this. So make sure to place your safety eyes at the back. But I mean, it's secure and it's not. If you give this to young kids, make sure to remove the eyes and embroider the eyes instead. There. And now I'm going to add some stuffing because we're not too far off from closing this. That's why we're going to crochet into the back stitch. So I'm just going to put a little bit for now. Round number 11, so we work our single crochet into the back stitch. Let me just show you what a stitch is. A stitch is this. Fully. The back stitch is the stitch or the loop away from you, and the front loop is the loop next to you, closest to you. Front, back. So we're going to crochet into the back of the stitch, and we do this around. So let's do this. Don't forget your chain. And then you go into the back of the loop. And you place your stitch marker. Where is my stitch marker? Here it is. And you continue. And then then we're done. This last, it's a chain, so we don't do anything into that chain. So slip stitch. Okay, we are going to be crocheting into the front stitch, into the front loop like this. Later on, we're going to be doing our shells. These are the shells, and this is where they're going to be placed, right here. So you can continue rounds 12 to 14. 12 to 14 are the decreases, and if you look into your pattern, you should see where it explains to you how to do decreases. Where is it? Decreases like this. Let me just give you an example. Doing row number 12 or row number 12, which is a decrease, chain 1, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. To do your decrease, you're going to pick up 2 chains, or you're going to pick up 2 stitches, and you're going to crochet them together, single crochet them together. And I'm going to do a invisible decrease. I'm going to pick up the front loop of the stitch, then I'm going to pick up the front loop of the next stitch. You have 3 loops on your crochet. You yarn over and pull through all the loops, and this is your decrease. And you continue through with 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. Front loop of the first stitch, front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, and then pull through all 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3 or 3 single crochet, and we're going to do it again. Now, I did forget to place my stitch marker. Do my slip stitch. You chain 1, and then you continue with row number 13 and row number 14. It does say to insert the eyes, which we already did, and then you stuff. So don't forget at row number 14 to continue on stuffing. I'll come back and we're going to do together row number 15. We're going to close this. I'll show you how I do it, and then we're going to continue with our scallops with the front loops. So this is completed to round number 14. So we're going to continue stuffing this. Okay, so I think I have enough. So I'm going to finish this off. Let's do row number 15. We're going to do our chain. And row number 15 says 5 decreases. So we're going to do the 5 decreases, the same decreases we've done before. Now this is a little bit harder because it's so tiny, it's so small. Do your best. Front loop, front loop, yarn over and pull through everything. Next stitch, front loop, front loop, pull over through everything, front loop, front loop, yarn over and pull through, and then front loop, front loop. This should be my last one. Yarn over and pull through. So see how that is closed. So next I'm going to keep some yarn, a long tail, thread the yarn. Oh, before I do that, let's see. I'm just going to pull this. Thread the needle. And if you notice, we should have 5 stitches, and there's a front loop and the back loop. Just go through the front loop of each stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to pull. It closes like this. And I'm going to push my needle in the middle of all of these stitches towards the back of the head. And I'm going to pull. And see how it pulls the bottom? That's how it looks like. Then I'm going to use this, go through the same, and I'm just going to play around with it, in and out. Like this, one more time. And cut it. Now we need to do these a shell. We're going to start from the back, or we can start right here where we see the joining. Just want to make sure. So this is a stitch. Pull through. Keep a tail so we can sew the tail in after. Chain. In the same stitch that we just added, we're going to go into it and we're going to do a slip stitch. There. Once we have it attached like this, we're going to do 3 chains and 4 double crochet into the same stitch, that we just joined. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 double crochet. One, 2, 3. So a double crochet is a yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, and two loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then you're going to skip a loop into the next loop. You're going to join by doing a slip stitch, and then you start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet into the same loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip, slip stitch, and you continue 1, 2, 3, and then 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go ahead and continue like this all around. We should have 9 scallops. I've completed my little octopus. I do have a few more shells than 9. I think I have 11. I didn't start over. I thought 11 is close enough to 9. And if I do it a different way, then I'll have less than 9. So I decided to keep it like this. So I did the eyes are there, the little embellishment, and also the bow. So here you have it. I did not like the yarn at all. It's not good quality, but for anybody that wants to practice, learn, it's a good thing. So I hope they enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.